4 people injured as gas explodes in Lagos community. Sudan's paramilitary rapid support forces announces unilateral aid ceasefire. Today is Tuesday, 9th of Zulhijjah 1444, after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which is equivalent to 27th of June 2023. I'm Khadija Nurlamin with the news. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu expressed the commitment of his administration to combat drug abuse and illicit drug trafficking. The president at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, during an occasion organizing the commemoration of the United Nations International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. Tinubu promises to tackle the drug menace and its associated consequences in all forms, and therefore call on governments, international organizations, and civil stakeholders to take urgent actions to protect society and all people by tackling the problem of illicit supply and abuse of drugs. Tinubu implored religious leaders, traditional leaders, educational institutions, opinion leaders, civil society organizations, and all well-meaning Nigerians to join hands with the government in fighting the menace. In his welcome address, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the NDLEA, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, said that the agency could not win the war against illicit drugs without the active collaboration of all stakeholders. Vice President Kashim Shettima has expressed the readiness of the federal government to create 1 million jobs in the digital world to Nigerians. The Vice President spoke when he received a delegation from the Republic of Korea led by the Special Envoy to the President H.E. Jang Sung-min at the Presidential Villa Abuja. He restated Nigeria's commitment to strengthening relations with the Republic of Korea, especially in promoting trade, technology transfer, and maintaining global peace. The Vice President, in a statement by Director Information, Office of the Vice President, Olusola Abiola, assured the Korean government of the Tinubu administration's commitment to partner with Korea to strengthen relations with both countries, especially balancing the trade deficit between the two countries. Earlier in his remarks, the Special Envoy of the President of the Republic of Korea, Jang Sung-min, congratulated Nigeria for the successful inauguration of the new government, conveyed a special invitation from President Yoon to his Nigerian counterpart, Bola Tinubu, to attend the forthcoming Africa-Korea Summit in South Korea. The federal government has declared Wednesday, June 28 and Thursday, June 29, 2023 as public holidays. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Interior, Dr. Oluwatoyin Akinlade, who disclosed this in a statement in Abuja, said the declaration is in commemoration of this year's Eid al-Kabir celebration. The part of statement praised that the prayers and sacrifices that come with great celebration, as well as the message of Eid al-Kabir, will bring about peace, unity, and progress in Nigeria. The President Bola Tinubu-led federal government has renamed some federal airports after several notable Nigerians. This is according to a memo by the Federal Ministry of Aviation signed by Mrs. Joke Olatunji for the Director of Airport Operations. The statement made available to newsmen noted that the President renamed the airport as part of reforms of the aviation sector. Maiduguri Airport was renamed after the immediate past President Muhammad Buhari, and the Port Harcourt Airport after the late nationalist Obafemi Awolowo, while the Nasarawa Airport immortalized the late founder of the Sokoto Caliphate, Usman Danfodio. Also, the Benin Airport was renamed after the late Oba of Benin, Oba Akinzuwa II, Ebonyi Airport after the late Senate President Chuba Okadigbo, and the Ibadan Airport after the late Premier of the Old Western Region, Ladoke Akintola. The Muslim rights concern Murik has condemned the murder of a butcher, Usman Buda, in Sokoto State over an alleged case of blasphemy against the Prophet. A statement by the chairman, Muslim rights concern Murik, Sokoto branch, Muhammad Mansur Aliyu, urged the Muslim Ummah to stop taking the law into their hands each time there is an alleged blasphemy. Muhammad Mansur stated that the Islamic law stipulates that the offense of blasphemy, like other offenses, should be established through evidence by witnesses before a court of law, and the court shall pronounce such a person guilty of the blasphemy before execution could be carried out by the authorities. The chairman, Muslim Rights Concern, condemned the murder. He urged Muslims to stop jungle justice and allow the law to take its course whenever issues of such nature arise. You are listening to the news from the studio of Sawaba. Stay tuned for the rest. Welcome back. The Security Committee of the Hadejia local government has arrested 54 drugs dealers, sex workers, and other suspects with the intention of prosecuting them before the court. The people include 29 women, sex workers, 14 of whom are HIV positive, and 25 young men. The local government chairman, Alhaji Abdulkadir Umar Bala, urged them to go back to their parents' home and ask for forgiveness. The Security Committee, which includes all the security personnel, has conducted a raid that led to the arrest of the people yesterday, Sunday, in Gandun Sarki area. Prostitution and illicit use of drugs in Jigawa State is against the law. The chairman also have vowed to eradicate illegal activities across the local government, where he reiterated the law of night talk between girls and boys after 9 o'clock at night. Religious scholars led by the Deputy Imam of Hadejia, Sheikh Habibu Aminu, and Chief's medical team and security personnel are among those who attended the meeting. Niger State Police Command has said that it will deploy operational assets including anti-riot water cannon, gun trucks, patrol vehicles in addition to adequate deployment of personnel for visibility policing, show of force and stop and search operations at all entry and exit of the state for watertight security arrangement before, during and after the Eid al-Kabir Salah festival. The command's public relations officer, DSP Wasiu Abiodun, disclosed this in a statement on Monday in Minna, the state capital. He said the Commissioner of Police in the state had directed proactive measures and assured of adequate security deployment for peaceful celebration. The command warned miscreants, parents, and guardians to ensure a firm grip of their words, as the police and other security agencies will not tolerate any act of thuggery and youth disorder during and after the festive period, adding that anyone found causing trouble will face the law. A newlywed wife, Mrs. Rukayat Musa, and her two sister-in-laws kidnapped from their house at Emirs Road, Ilorin, have been released. They reportedly regained their freedom after the payment of 7 million naira ransom. Earlier, their abductors had demanded 50 million naira. Rukayat and the two victims, Hafsat and Alia, were reportedly freed in the early hours of Sunday. They were abducted in the wedding hours of Thursday when the gunmen invaded the home of the newlywed couple at the Onyangi area on Emirs Road, Ilorin. The kidnappers later contacted the family and demanded a ransom of 50 million naira before the release of the three ladies. The family paid a ransom of 7 million naira to the kidnappers before releasing them. 4 people have been injured in a gas explosion in Lagos in the early hours yesterday. The incident happened at Ijaye beside the Apostolic Church Agege in Lagos State, where it was discovered that a shop stored with gas cylinders had caught fire. According to the State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, preliminary report, it was discovered that one of the gas cylinders got exploded as a result of gas leakage and in the process caught fire. While no loss of life, 4 adults, 3 female, and 1 male sustained various degrees of injuries as a result of the incident, and they are being attended to by the agency's pre-hospital care. LASEMA Director General Dr. Olufemi Oka Osanyutolu said the victims has also been moved to Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Lasot. No fewer than 2 million pilgrims from different parts of the globe who arrived the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for this year's Hajj have converged on the plains of Arafat for the most important Hajj ritual. Pilgrims today started moving to Mina from Mecca en route to Arafat, Muzdalifah, and back to Mina, which signaled the beginning of the Hajj exercise. The pilgrims are on the plains of Arafat for Zuhur and Asr prayers to sunset, supplicating, asking for Allah's forgiveness, mercies, favors, blessings for self, fellow Muslims, and guidance, peace, tranquility, progress, and stability for mankind. After sunset, the pilgrims will move to Muzdalifah, where they will pass the night before going back to Mina after the dawn prayer for the symbolic stoning of the devil Jamra. Hospitals operated by the Saudi Ministry of Health in Arafat are ready to provide all kinds of medical care to pilgrims. The ministry said more than 900 beds have been prepared in the 4 hospitals fully equipped to receive cases of sunstroke, heat exhaustion, and other emergencies. This is the end of the news, but before I recap of the news. You heard President Bola Ahmed Tinubu vows to tackle drug abuse, illicit trafficking. 4 people injured as gas explodes in Lagos community. That has been the end of the news. But before I go, recap of the major story. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu vows to tackle drug abuse, illicit trafficking. 4 people injured as gas explodes in Lagos community. On behalf of the Department of News Department, our editor, Muhammad Suleiman Yobe, and I, Khadija Nulamin Leman, saying good afternoon.